Welcome back to Team CJ. Today we're going to give you an update on this 1967 Lamborghini 350 GT. A lot has happened since the last time we did an update. I'd like to focus down in this area right here to start with, as we have a brand new tow board / firewall panel. This area here on the other side, we actually didn't replace all of it. We had just done the lower section that was rusted out. But on this side, we have a brace that goes to our frame rail, and in this brace is where our pedal box assembly mounts. And because the way it was assembled, there was rust captured in between the two layers. So we went ahead and elected to remove that panel completely, clean out all the rust behind there, and make a new panel, put it in. While we were doing that, we had some areas that were real thin along this top layer, and all of that was cut out and replaced, preserving as much of the original steel as we could. This here is the original panel that I was talking about, and in this panel you can see how they didn't use any sort of rust prevention in between the two layers. So they would literally take a raw piece of steel and weld it in place. There was nothing to do to keep it from rusting out. Here we have the side cowl panel, in which we have fabricated completely new, just as I had done on the other side, because the original had the same issues on this side as the other side, in which a hole was cut in through the cross brace, which is actually a drain tube as well, which shows all the damage that happened to the floor pan as water came in through there. New floor pan on this side has also been fabricated and made and installed. The only thing left on this floor pan is there is a new bottom beaded brace that goes on the underside, and I still have to make that, and that will get installed when this comes back out to be primered and prepped for reinstallation. Here we have the new frame rail cover panels that have been fabricated. We use the originals to copy these. This panel here is the original engine bay side cover panel, and it's also your inner wheel well panel as well. It doubles as both. This panel we elected to go ahead and save. It was in relatively good condition, had some dents in it, a few holes, and it had actually been cut along this back seam over here as well as the outer wheel arch cover panel has big cuts in it as well. They had to have done that for some sort of repairs, but I determined it was salvageable. I did have to make new flanges all along the bottom edge, which we made, welded in place. There's some differences between the left side and the right side because we have additional clearance that's needed for the steering box. So these panels are actually different right to left. You can't use one side or the other. Now that we have caught the left side up to the right side, we are ready to take this side apart. We will undo all the clecos, pull the panels off. All mating surfaces will be prepped, primered with weld-through primer. Any surfaces that aren't going to be spot welded will be primered with self-etching primer, and then it will all be put back together, spot welded as it was in the factory, and then also welded in the seams where it was. There are certain areas where they did not spot weld, and in those areas we will use a TIG welder and come back in and replicate the way they had gas welded originally.